Hey guys, I'm your host, Chris Powers. Welcome to my show. And today we're going to do what we do every day. We're going to be reviewing and reacting to life. Welcome to my channel. Let's get into this.
On KPRC TV and the KPRC 2 Plus live stream, the news starts now.
It's just such a tragedy.
Now 6 only on 2, a grandmother opening up after her grandson is accused of murdering his father and injuring his mother. Good evening, I'm Keith Garvin.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Daniela Guzman. Well, investigators say 17-year-old Trayvonte Constantine.
All right, guys. So, let's look at this young man right here. First off, he got to be gang affiliated. He got to. He got all them tattoos around his neck. Now, I'm trying to figure out why, just looking at him, just looking at him. Why a parent would allow the 17-year-old who still stays with him to get all his tattoos on his neck. He's not grown yet. Hey, in my opinion, shouldn't have them tattoos. My son got them tattoos like that. He'd be grown and he wouldn't be living in my
Confessed to
house.
shooting both his parents at their home near Cut and Shoot Wednesday night.
His father, 41-year-old Leroy Constantine, died. KPRC2's Corley Peel spoke with his mother, who is recovering in the hospital.
Trayvonte Constantine's mother tells me she's still trying to wrap her head around everything that happened. She has a long road to recovery, but physically she is expected to be okay. Trayvonte's grandmother tells me her grandson struggled from mental health issues, and the real him would never hurt his parents.
What? The real him? What you mean the real him? He just showed you who he was. Apparently he hurt his parents. But some folks just be
Junior
delusional.
high sweethearts, Leroy and Romika Constantine have a love story that Romika's mother says not many can write. We spoke with her on the phone.
They've been together 29 years.
Wednesday night, their lives changed forever when police say their 17-year-old son, Trayvonte Constantine, shot both his parents during an argument. Leroy did not survive. Spike says his wife rushed to be by his side.
When she got shot, the bullet went through him and hit her in the neck. And she was out for a minute, and she crawled over there to him to help him. That's how real they love was.
Trayvonte quickly surrendered. He was seen walking into the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office with deputies moments after he confessed to the crime. Spike says her grandson has battled with mental health issues.
My grandson, they did everything they could. They did everything they could to help him with his mental issues. I mean, they went to bat for him. He done been in different facilities and stuff trying to get help.
She says her
Trying to get. Let's look at the
grandson's true self is more like his dad, caring and kind.
We love him. We love him. I love my grandson, and he did help.
Family members say Leroy Constantine and his wife have 3 children together and 4 adopted children, and they are asking for prayers during this difficult time. Corley Peel, KPRC.
Hey, first off, so again, where you get the gun from? I mean, is just known that I have their guns hidden, or that's one of the first questions. I still can't wrap my head around why the grandma just keeps taking this not the real him. He showed you who he was, and what mental health issues. I mean, what could he really be battling? I mean, outside his, I don't know. I don't know. If it was that he was that much trouble, need to go and let him go. Cause my son ain't gonna be running through my house running them up. I'm the king of this house. Hey, you want to be grown? Do it out there in them streets. I ain't gonna be here. I don't care what you got going on. You feel like that, you got to get out of here. Um, I hate that this happened. Just trying to wrap my head around it. It couldn't. I'm not gonna say it couldn't be me because it could happen. I don't know. What kind of parenting they did. You can't really blame the parents for his actions, but at the same time, my son would be in the house with me with all these tattoos on. It just wouldn't. That's just the way I parent. I wasn't raised that way. So, like I say, unfortunately, the man lost his life. The mother did survive. No telling what kind of injuries she'll end up having to live with. Plus a broken heart because her husband's gone for 29 years, and it's sad they've been together for this long. So they, he pretty much had both his parents his whole life. So I don't know. I have to look more into this story. Um, that's it for this one. Again, I don't have no sympathy for him. He, you know what I'm saying? He needs to suffer the consequences. You know what I'm saying? I hope he do a hard 20. A hard 20. Some people just don't need to be on the street. Some people just evil. They're just evil. But anyway, that's it for that story. Let's go to the next one.
C2 News.
And y'all bear with me. I gotta go back. All right. So let's check.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us at 10. I'm Keith Garvin.
And I'm Daniela Guzman. No funeral, no death certificate, no ashes. Tonight, that is what some families say they are dealing with after losing their loved one.
And investigators say this man, Javon Major, posed as a funeral director. They believe there are more victims. KPRC2's Bryce Newberry has more on the scheme, all new at 10.
The investigation started 8 months ago. Tonight, 2 people have been arrested, and victims are still demanding justice because they say in some cases their loved ones' bodies were bloated and dark when they should have been embalmed.
My son got killed, and for him to come and take advantage of us, that's not right.
Anita Thomas is one.
I have never heard of anybody doing this, but this man needs to be buried under the jail.
Shudamis Hicks
I agree with her.
Is another, both united in grief but caught in a scheme.
It turns my stomach because you're dealing with people at the most vulnerable time of their lives.
Investigators from
Yeah, look at this fat mother. Look at this dude. Look at this. He looked like a scumbag, bruh.
Harris County Precinct 1 Constable Alan Rosen's office arrested.
It takes a sick individual to first to see the family like that, especially when they lost a loved one like that, especially when a child was murdered. You take advantage of that. You taking advantage of these people. Like I say, at the most vulnerable time, like they trust you. They here's what it is, and he needs to be put under the jail. He really do need to be put under the jail. I'm talking about they need to whoop his fat ass when he get where he going. I'm talking about whoop it.
26-year-old Javon Major and 38-year-old Sandy.
And he not even that old. Like how do you go? Okay. I lost my grandparents last year. I haven't personally dealt with completely going through the process of burying somebody, but I know there are steps. So like I say, you drop the body. They get the body. A lot of times, I think my mom was saying they'll let you look at the body. So there should have been some red flags in between, I guess, when he got the body and the funeral. Let's keep watching. Here's the other lady right here. She another one need to be thrown under the jail.
Andy Broussard, him for forgery and her for theft after a tip from the Texas Funeral Commission. He posed as a licensed funeral director and mortician. Investigators say the pair forged signatures of beneficiaries and got life insurance money of dead people.
Funerals were supposed to take place, and there would be no funeral. Embalming was supposed to take place on some of these family members.
How does that work? Like, why did it take them 8 months? Like, there's no funeral? Oh.
And it didn't happen.
When I walked in and I looked at my son, his body was bloated. He was dark.
This victim says Major didn't embalm her son properly.
I had to run out to church because I couldn't deal with the smell.
And she still doesn't know if the ashes she's wearing are her own son's. In some cases,
Oh, okay. He had some of them cremated. Okay.
Rosen says Major would reach out to families
When I say this man is a good talker, he can talk you down.
Claiming to be friends with the deceased. In others,
He got a suit on. He looking real nice. You know, he like, oh, this is my business card. Like, he got it all planned out just like a scammer does.
no matter how he did it, these alleged victims haven't been able to grieve appropriately and say he must be stopped.
I don't know. I cry. I can't believe it. And I just feel like if justice not served, then we've been
Y'all see our hat? It's a bad hair day.
failed.
Tonight, both Major and Broussard are out on bond, according to records.
Of course they're gonna fight the case. Of course they're gonna fight the case. Of course. I'm. This is a heinous crime. I don't get why they would even give them bond. In my personal opinion.
But the constable's office says this is an ongoing investigation and they want to hear from you if you may have been a victim as well. I'm Bryce Newberry, KPRC 2 News.
Yeah, that story is crazy. I still don't see why they give him bond. There has to be. I need to look more into that one. I don't get how he just. Again, unless there was no funeral, maybe all of them had their loved ones cremated. Maybe that's why he got away with it for so long. That is the only reason I see him getting away with it for so long. I think after the first one, he probably could have got away with 2 of them, and then people have been like, "Hey, this ain't how this process works." Anyway, guys, that was it for that one. Like, it's crazy out here. Y'all gotta be careful, man. Can't trust nobody these days, not even a funeral director. Shit, wow. All right.
Witnesses tell investigators the man spit in Jones's kitchen sink, so Jones told him that was.
Let me go back. I'm sorry, y'all. 'Cause I've done a review on a few of these. I do better. I know y'all need to be saying this. I need to have my ducks in a row. And
on his behalf, speak to his character.
In court tonight, a slew of supporters showing up for a man accused of a gruesome crime. 48-year-old Sheldon Johnson charged with murdering a man and then dismembering his body. Earlier today, Johnson declared his innocence to reporters as he was led away in handcuffs. The charges are shocking considering what he is now
now look at this dude. He don't even look like a killer. Probably business associate. He don't even look like a killer. Got the glasses on.
most well known for. That's Johnson appearing on the popular Joe Rogan podcast, talking about his efforts to reform himself and help other kids detach themselves from gang life. It's a job he's uniquely qualified for after spending 25 years in prison for attempted murder as a high-ranking member of the Bloods gang. But police say this is also him here on Summit Avenue Tuesday night, carrying cleaning supplies and a full black garbage bag going in and out of this building. Police were called to apartment 6G after a neighbor heard gunshots and saw Johnson in and out of the apartment. She told the building super.
Wait a minute. So she heard gunshots, but she didn't call the police? And you in an apartment complex? Man, I ain't calling no super. What he gonna do? He don't do nothing but call the police. Man, I'd have called the police so fast. Yeah, 911. Oh yeah, I heard some gunshots next door. Y'all need to come look into it. Not, hey, super. I think I heard some gunshots. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Well, I check on it. I check on it. I'll get back with you. No, ain't gonna be none of that.
My gut feeling was like, this is not good. I've been a super for almost going to 30 years, and that's not normal behavior.
When police entered the apartment, they found a man's torso and 2 feet in a bin. Law enforcement sources say after seeing Johnson on surveillance footage, they searched his apartment and found the victim's legs, arms, and head in the freezer.
That's very...
This ain't his first rodeo. No, he went to jail. They say he went to jail for attempted murder. He did 25 years. Oh, there's some strong evidence.
disturbing. Yeah. It makes you want to move real quick.
Police say the victim is 44-year-old Colin Small. Prosecutors say Johnson tried to disguise himself with the victim's clothing and a blonde wig at one point. Folks in the neighborhood shocked to hear that a man who had worked so hard to turn his life around, even working with the Queen's Defender's Office, might have fallen back to his old ways in a very violent fashion.
Yes, he was turning himself around and stuff like that, but remember, we're creatures of habit. So whatever happened in his violent past probably crept back up, and there you go.
Sources say Johnson and the victim knew each other from prison, and this dispute might have been related to that. Johnson was remanded. His attorney and the Queen's defenders had no comment. Reporting from Bronx Criminal Court, Ida Siegel, Today in New York.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated.
What's wrong? Well, I'll be in a second. Oh, okay. Sorry about that, y'all. It's time to eat. This was the last one. All right. So my thoughts on this case is, well, okay, they probably got into some heated arguments, heated debate. It's my best guess. I was trying to figure out. I was like, man, what this man do to this dude for him to just kill him, then dismember him like this and try to put him, try to hide the pizzas, because he'd have got away with it. Now I don't know why he ain't run. I ain't trying to give him no advice, but you know what I'm saying. You don't just think you're gonna shoot somebody in an apartment and then just, hey, ain't nobody gonna call the police. You're just gonna, hey, let me just go ahead and keep the body here right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and dismember it on the scene, and it'll be all right. It'll be all right. No, ain't. Apparently that didn't work out too well. But I don't know why this guy. I feel I'm gonna try to keep up with this case and see exactly what happened or why he did it. But it's kind of crazy that he, like I say, worked so hard to change his life around after doing 25 years just to fall victim. But like the lady said, we are creatures of habit. We are creatures of habit. It ain't, if you can overcome a habit, it ain't hard to go back. It ain't hard to go back. All right, guys, that's it for this video for the day. This new, y'all be safe out there. And I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Peace.